Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be chatting a little bit about emotional trauma, how to overcome it. I know that a lot of people are dealing with this in their lives, and I just want to share with you on some of the things that you can do to overcome emotional trauma. This is from experience of my own and also experience from friends of mine as well. So emotional trauma can be very, very devastating on a person. A lot of people say that therapy doesn't help them. They're still in that state where their mind is still traumatized by what they dealt with. And I understand that totally. Therapy doesn't work for everyone. Truly, what you want to do is just always try to keep a positive mindset. Continue to go about your daily living. Keep a smile on your face regardless of what you're going through. And just keep praying to God and asking God for healing, because God truly is the one that is going to heal you and help you to get through that situation or that period that you're going through. Some of the other things you can do is, get into different activities, maybe go to the gym, take walks, go to maybe like yoga, get into a dance class. Just do things that are going to keep your mind occupied. Get into maybe like a church group, do a little bit of singing, different things that will always keep your mind occupied. Yes, there's times that emotional trauma is going to always come back in your mind at some point or some reason, especially if you hear something on the news or somebody shared something that they dealt with you, that brings back up your emotional trauma that you dealt with or that you had to experience. But you know what? You can be a testimony for someone. You can tell them, despite of what you're going through, you can heal from this. Let them know you've been there and you've overcome it, right? You've healed from it, because that's what it is. It is a healing. You have to heal from it emotionally and mentally in order to put that aside and not let it have you in a bondage for the rest of your life. I personally myself had emotional trauma that happened a couple of years in my life. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's a piece of cake, right? Or that it's easy. I'm not going to say that, because it definitely isn't. There were days when I felt like I was losing my mind. I didn't know whether I was going or coming. I was driving on the road and I just wasn't focused on the driving because my mind was so caught up in the trauma that I just couldn't even think clearly. So it takes time for healing, but you can overcome the emotional trauma. And when you share your experiences with other people who also dealt with it, that helps you and it helps them as well. I had a friend also who had an emotional trauma that took place in their lives. And guys, believe it or not, this person was much older than I am. And for years and years, this person was still with that emotional trauma, never got over it. Even said things like stuff like that can lead to people becoming prostitutes or people even taking drugs, which is absolutely correct, because when people go through emotional trauma, all depends on how they take it or how it's affecting them. It can cause them to do things that they wouldn't normally do in their everyday life. So she's absolutely correct. Emotional trauma can lead to a lot of different things, but you have to trust God and ask God for deliverance, for healing, and also keep your mind focused on things that are going to keep you moving forward. Things that are going to keep your mind occupied, different activities, different things that are not going to keep you in that bondage. So I just wanted to share that with you, that you have to heal. And when you heal from that emotional trauma, you're going to look back at that and you're going to say, wow, how did I even overcome it? How did I even get through this? Oh my goodness, it was by the grace of God. God is the one who allow you and who help you to overcome it and to heal from it. And you can live to share it with others if you feel comfortable to do so. Everyone is not that comfortable sharing their emotional trauma. All depends on what it was with others, because some of the people that they share it with, they might just pass judgment. They might say, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. How did this happen? Why did this person do this? And that's the last thing you need. You don't mind somebody saying, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that happened to you or that you had to deal with that. But, you know, you have to be selective with who you share your emotional traumas with, and just know that you want people that are going to help uplift you and encourage you to continue healing and moving forward from that emotional trauma. So I just want to share a little bit of that with you, because again, that was one of my experiences that I had as well. And that's how I overcame it. It took time, but I just had to do things to keep my mind occupied and just keep pushing forward to another day. So remember, in everything, you trust God, ask God for guidance, and ask God for deliverance from whatever emotional trauma you're going through or that you may have dealt with in your life. And remember to also be truly free from that emotional trauma. You also have to forgive the person or persons that also caused the emotional trauma to take place in your life. Forgiveness is one of the important parts of that as well. You can forgive in your time when you feel comfortable, when you feel that you've healed from it a little bit, you can forgive at that time. But everything will take time, and we know that everything is in God's timing. So you focus on healing, deliverance, and also guidance from God, and then you can forgive when you're comfortable. Thank you for tuning in to another video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.